Didn't even have to say it. Turn the light on.
Call this meeting to order. Determine there's a quorum present. We have Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Garcia, Commissioner Flores, and myself. We do have a quorum. Y'all don't mind, before we say the Pledge of Allegiance, if we can have a moment of silence. Judge Boss, Justice of the Peace for Precinct 2, passed a couple of days ago. He'd been battling cancer, I guess almost right at a year. This is an individual that we did Leadership Del Rio for probably 6 years, 6 years together, and he's one of the individuals that of everybody that I've been around. It's probably gonna come out wrong, but it's okay. One of the few individuals that I love to listen to him talk. He could turn a piece of candy into motivational speech. He was just one of those individuals that you liked being around, didn't mind being around. And every time we did the Leadership Del Rio, I invited him to come speak there, and the classes really did enjoy him. He's just a classy individual. But if you don't mind a moment of silence. Thank y'all. If y'all keep the family in your prayers, please. We're going to go to the Pledge of Allegiance, and the Honorable County Commissioner Gustavo Flores is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I had to say honorable because I got in trouble last Friday because an individual from the audience made a comment that on the wind farm that in order for them to do a distribution line, all you need to do is do a substation. And I said, well, that's what he said, but I didn't say Commissioner Flores. All that. So today, the Honorable Commissioner Gustavo Flores. Item 5, we do have some approving and amending minutes. Have a motion. Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Citizens' comments, there was none. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and move to item 37. Billy's in the audience. Item 37, discussion possible action on recognition and presentation of a resolution of appreciation to the outgoing members of Amistad Land Use and Zone Commission. Y'all want to do Mr. Whaley's?
Yes. Whereas Billy R. Whaley Jr. has faithfully served as member of the Val Verde County Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, and whereas throughout his term he has demonstrated outstanding dedication, professionalism, and a sincere commitment to protecting the public interest while guiding responsible land use and development in the Amistad area. Sorry, I'm nervous.
It's okay.
Whereas he has actively participated in deliberations, offered sound judgment and insight, and worked collaboratively with fellow commission members to ensure the sustainable.
You want me to read it?
Yes, please.
I hope I get through it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you writing it, though. Thank you. Whereas Billy R. Whaley Jr. has faithfully served as a member of Val Verde County Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, and whereas throughout his term, he has demonstrated outstanding dedication, professionalism, and a sincere commitment to protecting the public interest while guiding responsible land use and development in the Amistad area. And whereas he has actively participated in deliberations, offered sound judgment and insight, and worked collaboratively
see, I can do it too, with fellow commission members to ensure the sustainable growth and environmental integrity of Valverde County, and whereas his term of service has now concluded, and the Valverde County Commissioners Court wishes to formally acknowledge his valuable service and lasting contributions. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Valverde County Commissioners Court does hereby extend its deepest gratitude and appreciation to Billy R. Whaley Jr. for his exemplary service on Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, and be it further resolved that this resolution be entered into the official records of Valverde County, and that a copy of the presented as a token of appreciation for his service to the community. Dated today, adopted this 9th day of April, 2025. Do I have a motion? Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? We'll sign this. We have another resolution, reading the same, but it was for Robert Bo Nettleton. He also served on this commission, and also served for many years as our, Precinct 3 County Commissioner. Do I have a motion for his resolution also?
I'll make a motion.
You make a motion? A motion, Commissioner Garcia, second. Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Billy, since you're here, Mr. Whaley, if you don't mind, come up and get a picture with us, and we'll just present you with this one. It ain't signed yet, but we'll get you a signed one, if you don't mind coming up. Join. Yeah, please. Take off my glasses. Come on around. How you doing? All right. There we go. Give him a big hug. Give him a big hug.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather give her a hug.
Let's not get in trouble. There we go. Let me get that on one.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Let me get right here, folks. Steve.
There we go. No matter which way he turns. See, big boy.
Oh, you got a smile, man.
All right, good job. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll get it signed. Yeah, they got the ones with the, yeah. It was for you.
Oh.
You turned it out.
Thank you.
Your name was mentioned. It was cold over the weekend. It was 40. Okay, then we'll do it. Either way. It's cold over the weekend, man. All right. There we go. Item 7, approving monthly reports. Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Approving bills for payment. Move. Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action to approve auditor's report. Motion to approve, Judge. Second. Any questions? You good? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. I didn't see anything on certifications, no action. No action on number 11. Item 12, discussion possible action on participating with Darrow Chamber of Commerce, City of Del Rio, and Hispanic Chamber on Placer. This is a program that sort of tracks everybody back and forth. The City of Del Rio went in with us this year, and last year we paid about $6,500. This year it dropped to about $4,800. Where we'd get it from is membership dues. But this is a program that will help us with our hot tax funds.
I will make a motion to approve.
Okay. I'll second. Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. Are there any questions on this? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action on hot tax funds for Brown Plaza Association, $4,500 for Cinco de Mayo. $4,500 for the 16 de Septiembre. I can tell you that, when you look at this program, and I should have brought it, I left it on top of my dining room table. When you look at this program, you can tell that both the Cinco and the 16, they bring individuals. There's more individuals that went to motels during the Cinco de Mayo than the 16. But if you rank the ones that we've given money to in order of people attending motel or staying in town, the first one is George Paul, the second one is the Cinco de Mayo, and the third one is the 16 de septiembre.
Judge, a motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. Yeah, I was gonna make some comments, but I'll just,
I've got a question. How much did we give them last year?
we gave them the same amount.
Same amount?
Exact same amount. It was $9,000 and we split it up 4,500 and 4,500. So it was the same amount as we gave them last year. All right. This program that we're using, and my bad, I left it on top of the dining room table, but I will tell you, like I said a little while ago, these two functions, there is people, that you could justify that with the funds that we're using, with the amount of people that are staying at the motels. I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor? Aye. We'll turn up the speakers, right? Nothing here. Yeah. Item 14, that's gonna get weird. Item 14, discussion possible action, affidavit of posting, notice finding of no significant impact and notice of intent to request release of funds, 18-day local commitment period for Comstock Water Tank Project CDBG CFC 24-0012.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion, Commissioner Garcia. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, discussion possible action, affidavit of posting, notice finding of no significant impact and notice of intent to request release of funds, 18-day local comment period for San Felipe Pastures Water Booster Station Project, CDBG, CFC 24-0012. Commissioner.
Motion to approve.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. Item 16, discussion possible action, affidavit of posting, notice findings of no.
Motion to approve, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carried. Item 14, 15, and 16, there was not a lot of discussion on it, but item 14, 15, and 16 was a $1 million grant that we received. Carl? Yes.
Judge, you're absolutely
Good
correct.
now.
So on the 14th is the 18th day of posting. The county did an awesome job putting it on the announcement board, and also we put it on the website. Ram helped with that. We've not received any comments, so on next Tuesday, the 15th, we'll send that to the state agency. They have a statutory 15-day comment period, and after that, they will release the funds for construction. We can actually move forward, with the construction part of it. We got to do the design, put it out for bid, award, construction contract, but as far as the county's in clearing the project, it'll be cleared by the end of April. Yeah, so we're ahead of schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, right. The county just got their contract in February.
Yeah.
So we're already cleared the projects, all three. We got 3 projects going down the road at the same time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Next meeting, I know there's people here from Mexico and Dealer. Next meeting, we'll put on the list, of where we're at with the projects, all the projects. We actually did that, went over a bunch of projects on Monday, right?
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Monday. So hopefully in 2 weeks, we'll have answers. Okay. Item 17, discussion possible action regarding, intensive cultural resource survey of the proposed Valverde County, Community Recreation Expansion Project. And it's a long wording, but it's the sports complex by the 7th and 8th grade. Is there, this will lead us into the other conversation.
So you may recall the Texas Historical Commission, we corresponded with them, and they required that the county conduct an archaeological survey out there on the 14 acres north of the football field is pretty much, undisturbed. That area right next to the football field was not a concern, but out there where there's kind of the mesquites growing in that. So anyhow, at the end of the day, Horizon Environmental out of Austin, Texas, came out here, and Commissioner Vasquez coordinated with them and got them a key to get in there, and they spent 2-3 days in there and did a number of shovel tests and digs out there. They have compiled all that report and all their findings and that. There was nothing of really significance out there as far as archaeological concerns, but yet the report is written up. It has been submitted to the Texas Historical Commission. It's pending their review right now. We expect to hear something any day from them.
And then also, spoke with Carl earlier, last week, middle of last week, we had a meeting with HUD, a Zoom meeting with HUD. They want us to fill out the paperwork. I called you and told you that, we had that conversation. They need, 2 individuals, one to present all the invoices and submit all that, and then another individual to accept. So what we're gonna do now, since Carl is our grant writer, if y'all don't mind, then he'll present the invoices and get online and get us all set up through HUD. And then, I'll go ahead and accept it. That way we can move forward. We'll need to coordinate this with Matt because they're asking also with the auditor's office, they're asking information as to, where they can send the money. So as soon as Carl gets on and registers us through HUD, we'll get with Matt, he'll get with Matt, and then we'll, move forward. I will tell you that the individuals that I talked to last week, you know, usually when you're talking to government, it's either a hit or a miss. But these individuals, there was 3 individuals on the Zoom meeting, unbelievable. Just really, really friendly. I guess they could see the look in my face as I was going through some of what they were telling us. And she said, "It's not that bad, Judge." And I said, "Well, the screen's really, looks really bad, but, it's just a lot." And like we were having that conversation earlier.
Sure.
She sent us a list. I asked her for a recap of what we had talked about. She sent it to us. I got it to Carl. Really, 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 I'm talking more than you did, right? But they were really helpful. You know, usually you got to be asking for it, and these people were actually offering to help. Really impressive.
Yeah.
But
They'll also have a staff member up there that, his name is David Storms, that'll be doing the environmental review. So all this environmental, documentation that we're compiling will be sent to another staff member up there for his final review as well. So we're moving forward with the project. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Action on this, Carl? Do you need action on this item? Not really.
It's more informational than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no action needed. It says in parentheses, Precinct 2 Sports Complex. I thought we named this Chavita.
We sure did, Judge.
Okay.
Robert Bob.
What we'll do is I'll send you an email. When we put it in parentheses from now on, we'll put it on there. It's the Robert Bob Chavita Sports Complex.
Great.
That way it's just easier to, when everybody looks at it, what we're talking
That's
about.
kind of confusing.
Yeah. Okay. Item 18, discussion possible action to accept the donation of 120 traffic safety cones from Southwest Texas Food Bank to Precinct 2 and traffic crew.
I make a motion to approve, Judge.
Okay, I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? One, that's me, so it's 4-1. Motion passes. Item 19, discussion possible action approval for Valverde County to enter into an agreement with AAP. Sir, you made a motion?
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Garcia, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 20, discussion possible action to accept law enforcement officer standards in education, the LEOS fund in the amount of $1,448.68. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. Before we take a vote, thank you so much for going through that process. It helps us in and I know some of the other constables have been working through the process and doing that, but I want to thank you. All right. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. And I don't know if y'all can see him, I should have said. I was thanking Mr. Wancho, our constable for Precinct 3, for doing that. Item 21, discussion possible action.
Motion to approve, Judge. I'll second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. Again, is he here?
No, he's
He has not. Well, I want to thank him, for both y'all going through that process. Thank Mr. Hernandez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to transfer a 2010 Ford E450 truck to the San Felipe Del Rio Consolidated, School.
Motion to approve.
I will second that motion.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez. This one here, just for transparency, we can do that, we can do this because, and we had this conversation. Where did we get it from? This is how
So we got it from the Border Ford Juvenile Prevention Grant back in 2010 or 2009.
And they allow us to go ahead and do this.
Yes.
It's not county funds, but it's a vehicle that we received through other funds.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23. Discussion possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to sign a contract with Valverde. Sir?
Motion to approve.
I'll
second that for discussion.
And motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores.
What's this all about, Sheriff?
So we're bringing this up. This was approved in the budget last fiscal year, but since it involves to sign a contract with LexisNexis, all it is, LexisNexis is an investigative tool that will be utilized by our office.
Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against?
You said flavor?
Flavor. You see, Joanne, se nos pega. Yeah. When I'm not gonna look at David. When I first ran for office, one of the things that I was told was, cause I'd get real nervous, and I still do. Just don't cuss. And when I'm up, but that's the only thing I can remember is like, whatever you do, just don't get out script and use the F word. 24, discussion possible action to prohibit all outdoor burning in the unincorporated area of Valverde County for 90 days due to drought and very dry.
Motion to approve.
Sir?
I'll make a motion that we.
Second motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action to move Valverde County Sheriff's Academy training from August 4th to 8th, 2025 to
Motion to
July.
approve.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. Before we get into this, there was a concern, I can't see him. There was a concern in the parking lot. Is he here? Okay. There was a concern with the parking lot. I think, between the city and the county, we're tearing up the parking lot, but the parking lot was already terrible anyway. So we will look into, Commissioner Wardlaw came this week, right?
Yes.
This week, to see about what we could do for the parking lot. So hopefully we'll have y'all a better parking lot within next year's budget. Okay, I know that it's terrible, and we're getting also complaints about people walking. So as soon as we figure out what we're doing out there with the event center and everything else, we'll look at doing a better parking lot, also for training as well as parking. Okay. Okay, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26, discussion possible action regarding an update to Commissioner's Court on Veteran Service Office monthly operations. Mr. Carino.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. So one of the things that I wanted to do when I took over, or when I was given the privilege to take this position, was to update the Commissioner's Court quarterly on what we're doing. I think it's very important. So I wanted to give you all some of the numbers that we've had for the last 3 months. We've had a total of 730 walk-ins, 208 in January, 247 in February, 275 in March. We've made 50 trips to Audie Murphy, 47 to Kerrville, 30 local, 2 to Eagle Pass, 1 to Uvalde, for a total of 130 trips. We've attended 11 public events, conducted 2 training sessions for Laughlin personnel on base, and I wanted to give some of the highlights. We assisted Commissioner Vasquez with some of the plans we have going on for the facility he's building at Precinct 2 that will greatly help our veterans. We established a working relationship with Project Mend in San Antonio, which is a grant-funded project that provides free medical equipment to our veterans. They never reached out or never operated in Del Rio, but they're going to do that now. So if we have veterans that are in need of whatever medical equipment you can think of, they have a 16,000 square foot warehouse. They're going to work with us, so we will be able to use our transportation to get our veterans up there, get them outfitted with whatever they need, and bring them back. We provided training for active duty and veterans at Laughlin Air Force Base. I talked about that, and we're going to, every third Thursday of the month, they've asked us to go out there and help the veterans that are transitioning out of the military with BDD claims, so they're able to get their disability benefits once they get out. They've got that already established, so we're working on that also. We've conducted multiple interviews with local media outlets, established a program with the Elks Lodge also to provide assistance with blankets, different home items that veterans might need, low-income veterans, particularly in the winter where they don't have access to blankets, heating, and stuff like that. We're going to coordinate those with the Elks Lodge to be able to help our veterans out with that. We assisted the office of State Representative Carrie, personally, Carrie Isaac with House Bill 4993, which is going to establish a physical fitness program for the Texas National Guard. They reached out to me to just fall back on some of my experience and what we're doing in our office, and I take that as a great honor to be able to help them establish that program. Hopefully the House bill goes through and does very well. Of course, with the Commissioner's Court approving it, we established a local transportation program, which has been great. We've had a lot of retired members that are completely disabled that now can go to Laughlin or different appointments because of our local transportation program. Recently, I traveled to Acuña. We got a call of a veteran that had passed away in Acuña that was, in essence, alone. And so they called us, reached out to us, say, listen, we got a veteran over here that passed away, and nobody's claiming the body. And reached out to the judge, and he gave us the approval to go and got to get this figured out. We went down there and met with the Ministerial in Acuña, and they were gracious enough to help us figure out that the gentleman had served on a ship, but it was on a maritime private company, so he wasn't in fact a veteran. But anyway, we established a good relationship with him. I met the U.S. consulate in Nuevo Laredo, so we've established that connection in case in the future we have a veteran that passes away in Mexico. We'll be able to help facilitate getting them over here and getting them the honors that they deserve. We provided 11 space heaters. Thank you to the judge and the Commissioner's Court for providing those during the cold spell that we had. We had veterans that were living in 30, 40-degree homes with no heating, and they reached out to us, and that really, I think, saved some lives. So that was a great blessing for our veterans. We're planning on Memorial Day and Veterans Day events that are going to be coming up shortly, and we're going to make the events really special this year, along with the Veterans Day Parade. We're making it really, really nice. Reached out to outside communities, and they're going to participate as well. So that's looking really good. We set up, we became part of BTAM, Behavioral Threat Assessment Management Response Team, which helps people in crisis. We de-escalate the situation, and I know a lot of our veterans are dealing with PTSD and some of these issues, and this type of training and bringing these groups together could really save lives. So we're doing very well on that, and we're completely, out there looking for any resources we can bring to our veterans in Del Rio. And I like to say that we've tripled or so the amount of foot traffic that we have now. So very happy about our staff. We're doing good things for our community, I think, sir. So, thank you all for your support, and I appreciate the opportunity.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
We talked about a couple of times maybe a place for housing for our veterans. Is that needed?
It is. We unfortunately, we have veterans that, for example, which he's going on right now, we had a veteran whose benefits were cut from $2,400 a month to zero overnight because his cancer was removed. And even though he's still under chemotherapy, the VA looks at him and says, well, the cancer's been taken out, no more benefits for you. So he's homeless. So we have, and this gentleman is 69 years old. So we have those situations that happen all the time. For whatever reason, a person becomes homeless, and we really don't have anything in place.
The key word, we went to a conference or training, and they unhoused.
Yes,
for whatever reason. They're just, they're not saying homeless. I guess the key word is unhoused whenever you write a grant or whatever. If you could get us some numbers,
Okay.
we're fixing to start the budget.
Okay.
If you could get us some numbers as to, how many people we might need to put up.
Okay,
We don't know yet what's coming in our budget, as far as what our taxable values are gonna be or whatever. But it might be something to look at when it comes to our veterans.
yes, sir.
And,
Judge, the VA actually uses the term homeless, and I know, I'm glad you mentioned that, but in some of the paperwork we submit, one of the questions is the veteran in danger of becoming homeless? And of course, some of these situations could be also, like we talked about, the threat assessment of veterans in crisis at home, and there's a situation at home, and we need to house a veteran for a night or two to de-escalate, or just have them calm down a little bit. That would be something that could save lives as well.
yeah, and if we could get an idea of what you've done during this period here, who you've seen,
Yes, sir.
so we can get a number.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, the other deal is, the deal with the precinct 2, if we could probably, for the next meeting, maybe get an update on how that's going. I know that you have a grand opening for, the library on Tuesday. And he'll mention that and
And I was gonna mention for the next Tuesday, the invitation, Judge, I was gonna mention it during the, Commissioner's comments, just.
but if we could go ahead and in 2 weeks, bring something back, when we come back with the projects that we have ongoing, make that part of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And again, on behalf of our veterans, I'd like to thank Val Verde County for being very proactive in the past. I can say that just in talking to different veterans officers from throughout the state, this county by far as our region, is at the very tip as far as what we offer our veterans. So we're very blessed in this county that the county has always supported our issues. And like I said, nobody in our area even comes close to what we're doing. So I'm very honored.
Well, I want to thank the court for that.
Yes.
It's been impressive, this court, the previous court, I'm not going to say Efrain's court, but Laura's court, stir watch out there. It's been impressive what the courts have done under different leaderships.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I should learn how to keep my mouth shut, but it don't work. Item 27, discussion possible action to purchase one.
Motion to approve.
Okay, but we need available appropriations. I have a motion, Commissioner Garcia. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. There's $5,419.84, and both of your line items, there's no more money in your line items.
That's correct, yes, sir.
You're supposed to have to find it or something. Contingency, you're okay with that? Okay. Your motion would be contingency?
Yes.
This one here, we're doing this one's not for the sheriff, right?
That's correct. This is for the
So the
community
sheriff
center.
is separate, and he's paying for his.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is just for the fire station?
And
the
community center.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Which fire station are we talking?
The fire station out in Comstock.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had, we'll just say we had issues. We'll leave it at that. I have a motion, Commissioner Garcia, available appropriations would be out of contingency. Commissioner Vasquez, you okay with that?
Yes, sir. I'm okay with accept that.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 28, discussion possible action to approve authorizing overtime pay for IT staff for working on projects that cannot be scheduled during normal working hours, usually resulting in having to work weekends because we're running into problems, that we're trying to schedule stuff during normal hours and we can't. This would give them a way to pay for these individuals when they work on Saturdays and Sundays. We are working on the scheduling program, and we've worked with 3 different departments right now, or visited with 3 different departments on making sure that, trying to be nice, making sure that we can get in there and work during normal business hours. The reason I asked Ram to put this on, because when they go out and work and they get comp time, it cuts back on his hours that he can actually work regular time. And when they hit the 40, now they're getting time and a half. So this would eliminate this. I did tell Ram, if it is approved today, just to keep track of it. And if we have issues with some of the departments that are not allowing us to work during regular business hours, then they need to do something to allow us. I don't want, this is not a blank check for Mr. Barrera just to use, but I can tell you it's necessary because he's running out of time. We've gone from one person in 2012 to now 4 or 5.
There's total of 5 of us in our department.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What departments are the ones that are not allowing you to work during regular?
We can, yeah, without throwing rocks, we can talk about that in executive.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think, we've provided enough, manpower to your department to handle, to handle what you do from Monday to Friday. And
That is
not
correct.
having to pay extra overtime on weekends and stuff like that.
That is correct, and I appreciate the staff you have provided me with. So it is not so much that we don't have the manpower. It's more that we're not allowed to work from Monday through Friday, certain hours, because we interrupt processes. So having to force my employees to work on weekends when they could do this work during the weekday,
Or how about them doing it after 5 during the week?
it's
It's still the same thing.
I mean, I'm just options, I mean, not to close the door here just weekends or,
No, I mean,
You
the
know-
whole thing is though that they're still having to work overtime.
It's amazing how much this county has grown in technology in all areas. And I do my best to keep my staff busy. They're actively deploying projects all over the county. My staff gets tired. And then they could do something during the week time, the weekday, but they're not allowed. So they're having to do all this work during the weekday and then weekends too. It's just not right.
Judge, I'll make a motion to table it to executive session.
Okay, that'll work.
I'll second that.
Motion in Wardlaw, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores, and it'll be tabled till executive. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 29, discussion possible action of Valverde County Library to accept a donation of $1,000 from Friends of the Valverde County.
I'll second that.
A motion Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 30, discussion possible action to approve setting up petty cash fund to, in accordance with local government code 13.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Okay,
I'll second.
and it's gonna come out of office supplies is what I was told a little while ago. Okay. A motion Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 31, discussion possible action to approve the purchase of a 40-foot refrigerated reefer trailer for precinct 2. Expenditures amount is $26,760 in one
Motion to
fund.
approve, Judge.
Second.
Motion Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Me. Motion carries 4-1. Item 32, discussion possible action for approval to declare the following items as surplus property and designate for proper disposition. Disposition may include but not limited to
Motion
being.
to approve, Judge.
Commissioner Vasquez made a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries. An awesome job, Jason. Item 33, discussion possible action regarding Valverde County performing a survey and establishing meets and bounds to obtain a utility easement on City of Del Rio properties, specifically across from Lake Ridge Estates Block J, Lot 2, for the purpose of running fiber optics cable to Precinct 3 yard, requesting approval and authorization for funding from available appropriations. Joanne, did he come up with an idea of what this was gonna cost?
He did not.
Okay.
He was going to be in the meeting.
What?
I thought he was going to.
Evidently.
Good morning, Judge.
Oh, there it is. You have an idea what this is gonna cost?
It's gonna be around, no more than $2,000, Judge.
Okay, so if we set aside 2,500, you think we'll be fine?
That will be, appropriate, yes.
Okay. Available appropriations would be contingency. I will tell you that, we had an email sent to the city, to Mr. Velasquez. He said that he would look into it. We've asked him on what side of the property would be more, accommodating for the city. And they're gonna get back with us on that, but we do need to get an easement, surveyed under their property. And then they'll take it back to the city council. $2,500 out of contingency. Do I have a
I'll
motion?
make a motion, Judge, to approve.
I'll second.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second. Second, Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 34, discussion possible action accepting an irrevocable letter of credit, number 476 in the amount of $200,000 in the accordance with road use agreement between Valverde County and Tierra Seca Best LLC. This is, a letter of credit in case they tear up a road or tear something up that belongs to the county, on the new, battery storage facility that is across, it's on Old Hamilton, across from the substation behind, the jail.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second,
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 35, discussion possible act to authorize Judge Owens to sign total loss offer for Sheriff's Department. So,
That's one we talked about, Judge. I'll make a motion to approve, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second. I have a second.
Second that.
Commissioner Flores, you okay? You look like you want to say something. You fine? Don't mess it up. We're moving now. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 36, discussion possible action on authorizing judge to sign property renewal questionnaire. Motion to approve. This is for insurance. A motion, Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez. Any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 37, we've already done. Item 38, discussion possible action to approve an HR report for the period of
Motion to approve as presented, Judge.
a motion, Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 39, discussion possible action authorizing the county judge to sign Texas Association of Counties Health and Employee Benefit Pool, COBRA, insurance. Right now, it's not gonna cost us anything. In October, once we get the new fees and get everything brought back, then we'll have to make up a decision on that. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores.
Second, Judge.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Before we go to item 40, we have a council woman here, Ms. Tina Martinez. Under judge's comments, I'm gonna say that we attended the Ms. Valverde pageant with the mayor. I sat at the same table as the mayor and a couple of council members and enjoyed the visit. Really did enjoy the visit. It was just nice to have a conversation over a whole lot of nothing, but have a conversation. Thank y'all. Thank you. Item 40, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property and possible action open session thereafter, D 551.073, regarding the negotiated contract, lease, or value of real property and possible action open session thereafter, E 551.076, regarding security devices, security audits, and/or security personnel. If y'all will give us the room, we will go into executive session. We'll take a little 5-minute break before, in case anybody needs to go talk to you. Not talk to, we do somewhere. Okay, lights on. Ain't nobody home with the lights on. We're gonna come back to item 28, discussion possible action to approve authorizing overtime pay for IT staff for working on projects that cannot be scheduled during normal business hours. One of the questions that came up a little while ago is that we work on a 37.5-hour week. So, when you work on a 37.5-hour week, basically you put in 2.5 hours of regular pay. Is that correct? Correct? Right? And then after that, you get paid time and a half because of the way our hours work out. Right? So I don't know what the motion is going to be. I would hope that we would go ahead with that understanding, authorize RAM to work overtime or more time than our 37.5 hours per week, if absolutely needed, depending on scheduling. And I think that, we'll be able to take care of some of the hours that we were planning on working overtime because of the way the elevator is going to work out, the way everything else is happening, would allow us probably not to work as many hours as we thought we might have to. Pretty much, right? Okay.
I will make a motion, Judge, that we authorize the overtime pay for the IT department, and, so we can move forward.
Okay. Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. We have nothing else. We'll go to commissioners' comments. We'll start, we'll go down the list. Commissioner Wardlaw, do you have anything?
No comments.
Commissioner Ross?
Yes, sir, I should do, Judge, under Commissioner's comments, Judge, I just want to invite the public and, anybody within the county that would like to, help us attend the grand opening of the branch library there. Mr. Bond will be on site with all his staff, and it'll be April the 15th, 3:15 East Chapoy for the grand opening date, and, of course, we'll have some snacks and some drinks for everybody. Say that again, Judge?
What time?
10 a.m., Judge, and, Connect Del Rio and KWMC will be putting out to the public so they can let people know that we'll be there that morning.
Commissioner Garcia?
None.
Commissioner Flores?
Yes, Judge, I'd like just to, let everybody know that Social Security office is gonna be open. I started working Monday to Friday last week, 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. So that's something great for the community. It's gonna be 5 days servicing the community.
Closed for lunch.
Social Security,
Closed for lunch?
yes, ma'am, closed for lunch. Yeah, we've gotta,
I will,
otherwise we'll get a flavor.
we'll get a flavor. You're making fun of me. Not a favor, but a flavor. I enjoy that. I will say that, thank you for everything on the library.
Thank you, Judge.
There was money used out of his budget, there was money used out of the library budget, there was money from everywhere, right? Just a matter of getting it done. But it was amazing that, freaking library bond, $6 million, and there was $100 and some odd thousand left over. That who would ever thought that a commissioner from precinct 2 would be using that money, plus his money to do a satellite library. Ms. Fuentes pushed for the new library to have a bond. Again, I just want to thank you. I mean, it's impressive what this court and the previous court has done. And I expect nothing but good things from y'all. I mean, it's just, you've already started in your precinct, and you've already started in yours and trying to finish up projects and stuff. So, again, I am very grateful to be a part of not only this court and the other court. And I'm not going to throw rocks at the previous court before that. But that's all I have. Again, if y'all get a moment, my wife usually says her rosary at night, and says her prayers at night. But if y'all get a chance for Judge Foss's his family, I'd greatly appreciate it. If y'all just said a little prayer for them. It's been a rough go for them. But item 43.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion.
Second, Judge.
Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Thank y'all.